Whenever I'm not feeling great, I go for a run. This one was called Ice Road Truckers, India's Deadliest Roads.
So the power line, stay happy for no reason.
I'm an example of it's never too late. In my case, it was exercise that kind of got me out of my negativity and all that I was feeling. Being an adoptive parent and a biological parent is a very special thing.
Hi everyone, welcome to Manage Well Show Season 2, where we embark on a journey to explore the boundless world of health and fitness. We are not just about shedding kilos, we are about gaining strength, encouraging mental flexibility, and embracing a lifestyle that celebrates well-being in all its forms. So grab your water bottles, kick off those shoes, and get ready to join us on this exciting ride. Today's episode is extra special because we have a true fitness powerhouse joining us. So let's get started with another incredible episode of Manage Well Season 2 with me, Divya Tusnial. Welcome Mandira, welcome to our show. So happy to have you.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you for
so
having
much.
me here.
I just wanted to take a moment to commend you for your unwavering dedication to fitness, Mandira. Your consistency in maintaining a healthy lifestyle is truly inspiring. Not only have you achieved remarkable personal fitness goals, but you have also become a role model for countless individuals seeking to improve their own well-being.
Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say that.
Mandira, your journey from a leading lady in a television soap, Shanti, to a cricket presenter and now a fitness enthusiast is fascinating. You are truly an icon when it comes to women breaking barriers. We would love to know your path-breaking journey.
Well, I look back on the journey and it's been 29 years in the business, which is very long. Shanti was the first ever daily soap on Indian television. Before that, there was nothing at that afternoon time slot. It was 5 days a week and it was a very beautiful character I got to play. A woman before, she was a character and it was a show before its time, you know. And I loved playing her. I think a lot of my strength came from her. So that was a wonderful part, of my journey. That's a wonderful start to my journey as well. And 3.5 years I did that, and I did a lot of daily soaps. And cricket also happened. Cricket was just unbelievable. I really believe in, destiny and being at the right place at the right time. So I was at Sri Lanka, spotted by some people who were telecasting the next World Cup. And the 2003 World Cup, which is the first ever, a time a woman was brought on to host cricket, was, one such turning point in my life. And it was also, like I said, being at the right place at the right time, going with the flow. And I didn't know where it would go. I didn't know whether I'd get acceptance. But it was a life-changing, career-changing point in my life. Ever since 2008, when I was invited to be a part of a show called Khatron Ke Khiladi, where I really got into fitness and I got fit for the show to begin with. And whatever gets you there, it's not important as long as you get there. When I started giving energy and my passion and my all to fitness, people started calling me a fitness enthusiast, and that became the next thing that I've started doing. Health-related brands and fitness-related projects come my way. So it's just happened kind of organically. I really believe that anything that you love doing and you give a lot of energy to, and you put a lot of yourself into, can become a career, can become the next thing you do. As long as you love what you do.
Correct.
I love what I do. I love what I do. I look back at this journey and I've loved everything I've done. And I look back with absolutely no regrets.
The kind of work background which you've already had in last 29 years, which is like 3 decades. So in 3 decades, you actually shifted your role and the mindset of the people in 3 different segments. First the television soap and then the cricket
I've not
commentator.
intended to.
We're just going like a flow, but then
Yes,
when
yes.
it happened in the full boom.
Yes.
मतलब जो भी हुआ बहुत अच्छे से हुआ.
Yes.
So people actually forgot your last role. Because
I wish
got
they
so
hadn't, because I tell you, public memory is very short. I wish they hadn't,
Yes.
because I put a lot into the last one as well.
Yes.
So it's nice, but it's nice. I've just recently done a very tiny little cameo in The Railwaymen, which is a very popular show currently. Everybody's watching it. And it was nice to get back into acting. People think I've given up acting, stopped acting. It's not that. It's just that people see me only as a certain person, and a person connected with fitness, a person who's a speaker. So it's nice to actually put on the war paint and play a character also. So it's nice. It's nice that I get to do so many different
I think
things.
you like to surprise people, everything, trying something new, delivering something new,
Yes.
and delivering that to the utmost level, most outstanding level of performance.
Well, in 29 years, I've done a lot of new things. I'm just waiting for the next new thing also.
Even we are looking forward what's going to be in the next decade,
Well.
and that's going to come out so strongly from you.
Well, let's hope.
Yes.
Yes.
Mandira, we've also known you for your amazing fitness and physical health, but not many people are aware that you have faced mental health issues as well.
Yes.
In one of your interviews, you've mentioned about your anger.
Oof, I've had a lot of
How
anger
did you deal
issues.
with it? And because you look completely cool today.
Well, I tell you something. I've had a lot of mental health issues. I went for the first time to a psychologist actually, about 18, 19 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago, something like that. Over these last 20 years, I have done, regular therapy. I've done, which is clinical therapy. I've done spiritual therapy. I've done hypnotherapy as well. Because I've had a lot of anger over the years, and I've just generally been an angry person from my teenage years, maybe, Once puberty hit, I don't think there was any turning back after that. But I realized that I had a lot of anger in me, and I needed to deal with it, and I wanted to do something about it. And one thing is there, that if you know that there's something in you that requires to be addressed, that's a good thing. That's the first step. At least there's awareness that there's something there that needs to be dealt with, whatever the case may be. And you tell that 15, 5 or 9-year-old self to let go of what you were feeling, because a lot of what we do and a lot of what happens to us just gets pushed down and unprocessed.
Help you uncover the reason behind it?
Well, it helps you process.
Okay. And
it helps you process what you didn't process as a younger person.
Okay.
It helps you look at it as an adult. It helps you let it go, even though you're letting it go so many years later.
So it's basically an old stain with which you have to deal with.
It's an old pact. It's something that happened to you, something that triggered it, and something that has made you what you are today. That's not to say that I don't get angry at all anymore. Of course, there are some situations that warrant anger. I'm not a saint. So it's not just the anger. It's been, depression as well. And it's been, periods of lows. This business also can take you very high and bring you very low as well. So I've seen a lot of that in these last 29 years. And whenever I've felt things need a little working on, I go to my therapist. I speak to my therapist. I don't hold back, because rather than things festering, it's better to deal with it, better to get a perspective, and better to, move forward.
So your postpartum depression, that was a very tough phase.
Well, postpartum depression, it's a chemical thing. It's something in your hormones, right? The unfortunate part is nobody tells you about, that part of post-pregnancy. I mean, now people are talking about it, but when you're pregnant, people are only talking about all the wonderful things, parenthood, and this is how we're going to go ahead, and breastfeeding, and the greatest phase of your life, and blah blah blah. All that happens. Nobody says that after you deliver, you might have things might feel a little out of whack, and nobody told me, and I could not understand why. Firstly, when I saw my son, I did not feel mamta like people do.
Yeah.
Oh, dekho mera beta. Nothing like that. I was like, is this the reason I'm going to be now, not as independent as I used to be? I didn't feel that instant love or instant connect. They bring the baby to you immediately after your delivery, and I'm like, I wasn't feeling nothing then. And of course, because I had, the postpartum depression, I was not feeling too connected with my child for a little while. And that's when I realized, I did some reading, that whatever's going on right now, if tears are streaming down my face, it's for a reason. It's because there's a chemical imbalance. The hormones have gone completely out of whack, and they will settle. And somehow, they kind of settled around the time when I could start exercising. Exercise, I believe, is a great healer as far as, whenever I'm in a funk, I go for a run. Whenever I'm not feeling great, I go for a run or exercise. I feel much better. Those endorphins and all that, that's all very real. So that during that postpartum depression phase, I just tidied it out. And I mean, that's what you've got to do. And my husband was very supportive, and he knew what was going on with me. He knew my irrational behavior and unreasonableness, was for a reason. So, yeah, I think on the 41st day, I was told for 40 days don't exercise. On the 41st day, I went for a walk in pouring rain because I needed to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight. Yeah, my old self. I started exercising, and I think somewhere that also coincided with my feeling better. I didn't have to go to a professional at that particular point of time. It was tidying out those few days. But people don't talk about it, people don't tell you about it, people don't, and then when you read about it, you say, okay, well, this is real, this is happening to me. And I think all pregnant ladies should also be told that this could, it doesn't happen to everybody, this could happen to you.
There are so many women out there, Mandira, who have been maybe suffering from postpartum depression. The first is they won't want to talk about it at all.
Yes.
And even if they want to talk, they don't know which direction to go and how to deal with it. What is your advice to them?
Well, just firstly know that what's happening to you is happening for a particular reason, and it will pass. Nobody lives with postpartum depression their whole lives. It passes at some particular point of time. And if you, in my case, I mean, the advice I can give is, in my case, it was exercise that kind of got me out of my negativity and all that I was feeling. For them, they can find whatever their happy place is, be it meditation or be it yoga or be it some exercise or be it, some creative pursuit, whatever it may be. Find your happy place and find something that can lift you out of this space, because it happens, it's real. And I wish more people would advise pregnant mothers that this could happen to you. It may happen, it may not, but it could happen to you. So it doesn't hit you out of the blue,
Mandira, you have this positive aura around you, which totally emanates from your personality as well. You have written a book called Happy for No Reason. In one of the interviews, you said that your book starts with a tagline, "It's never too late." I'm sure this is your mantra for life. But what exactly it refers to, it's never too late?
Well, I'm an example of it's never too late. It's never too late for anything. It's never too late to write a book. It's never too late to, I wrote it just 2 years ago. It's never too late to start anything new in life. It's never too late to change your career. It's never too late to adopt a child. I've adopted a little girl. It's never too late to do anything.
Which you desire to do.
If there's something that if there's a fire that burns inside of you to do something, do it.
I think you're a brilliant example for that, because you've played so many roles in life over the years. And we've also seen you drive a truck from Manali to Ladakh. We are so proud that you're the first woman who has driven a truck on those dangerous roads. As a host myself, as a woman, I want women to believe in themselves. I totally believe that doing such shows live on television on such a huge platform totally exhibits how mentally and physically strong you are, and that you've taken up this challenge. So it's again never too late to drive a truck.
It's never too late to drive a truck, for sure. And I don't think there's any other woman who's driven a truck on. Yes. It was not just Manali to Ladakh. It was Manali all the way to Pangong So, Turtuk. Turtuk is the northernmost part of India. It was a total of 1,200 kilometers on that truck. So I look back at that journey, and it was quite dangerous. And it was very, very treacherous roads. 8 of the highest motorable passes in the world. And those are kind of roads where only one vehicle can be, on the road at a particular point of time. Yes. And if you have to cross each other, if there's a vehicle coming from the other side, you have to wait you have to get to the pass and wait, and that's where you cross. There are times I found myself like this, face to face with another vehicle, and I had to reverse and find my way back to the
next pass,
to the last pass.
Okay, yes.
So it was hard. It was very challenging. And even though my truck was a very pretty little truck with my name and butterflies on it, it was still a truck, a 14-ton goods carrier truck.
What made you do this? Why did you choose to do
Well,
this?
I mean, it was a show that came my way. The show was called Ice Road Truckers.
Okay.
And this one was called Ice Road Truckers, India's Deadliest Roads. And we were driving on India's deadliest roads. There are many women who've driven, SUVs and bikes on those roads. There's no one who's driven a truck. No woman who's driven a truck. A lot of men
So
drive
nothing
trucks.
pulled you back from the family that Mandira, don't do this, ye mat karo.
My husband at that point said, you know what, you'll never get an opportunity like this again, do it. When I was driving, I was like, why has he sent me here? I'm so scared. So I look back at that journey and say, I'm very grateful that I got to do it.
We can actually go on and on with your endless achievements, Mandira. As we wrap up, I have one last question, which before we dive into our next segment, what's one accomplishment that makes you proudest when you look back on your journey so far?
One thing that I did that I'm very proud of, that I'm very grateful for, and that I think is one of the best things I've done, is adopted my daughter.
Wow, so cute.
Yeah, I adopted her at the age of 4. She came in the middle of the pandemic. She's now 7 years old. She's, enriched my life and made my life fuller. Being an adoptive parent and a biological parent, being both, getting to be both
How do you
in one
balance?
lifetime is a very special thing.
All right, let's switch gears and have some fun. The next segment is all about getting quirky and showing your playful side.
All right.
I'm going to ask you questions, some fitness related, some just for fun. Ready to get a bit silly with me, Mandira?
Silly, I love being silly. Let's
Oh,
do it.
All right, so let's get started. What's your favorite family tradition or ritual that you always look forward to?
Well, it's a precedent my husband started. He really used to love celebrating Diwali.
Is it a cheat festival too? You eat a mithai or something?
Well, I mean, how can you get through Diwali without
Without a
eating
mithai.
mithai? So,
Yeah.
yes.
What's a parenting moment that took you completely by surprise or made you laugh out loud?
You know something? My son is 12 years old, and I have to tell you, everything, since the internet is so easily accessible to people and to children also, there are lots of memes that they are exposed to. So the first time I had to have a kind of a sex ed kind of talk, the sex education talk. That's the one that took me by surprise. I don't know whether it made me laugh out loud, but I can look back at it and have a little giggle.
What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure, oh gosh, chocolate.
Caffeine or sugar for the rest of your life?
Caffeine.
Clearly.
I mean, I love sugar. Sugar is my guilty pleasure, but caffeine is my need.
Okay. Would you rather never have to stretch again or never have to do burpees again?
Never have to do burpees again. I hate the burpees. Stretch, I can always do.
Would you rather always have a perfect hair or perfect makeup without effort? Which one of the two?
I think perfect hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you rather live without the internet or a cell phone for a week?
No cell phone, because then you can get to the internet through other quarters.
What's your go-to family activity?
I guess swimming is the best one,
Best
because
one.
everybody's having a good time.
Who has been your greatest motivator, your dad or someone else?
I think both my parents. My mom has a positive energy that I've not seen in anyone else. And my dad lives life by the book. He's very, he's the picture of propriety. Mom and dad, both. I'd like to say that I've got, a bit of both.
Well, that was certainly quirky and so much fun getting a glimpse of your fun side. Mandira, I have to say I'm impressed by how quickly and candidly you answered those random questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Mandira, I hope you are all energized now to accept our challenge and show the audience that whatever life throws at you, you never cease to fail.
I'm going to give it a shot for sure.
So what should we do? A 1-minute plank?
Well, normally I do a 1-minute plank. So how about if it's a challenge, I do 2 minutes?
The more the better. The audience out there, they'll see you, they'll do a plank and record the video and tag us on our social media.
2-minute plank.
So there you go. Yes, I'm keeping watch of the time. So ready, 1, 2, 3, start. There you go. It's been 10 seconds. 20, 35, 45 and 60. There goes 1 minute. One more. 1.5 minutes. So the countdown: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 2 minutes. Oh my God.
What do we do?
Do this. Thank you, Mandira. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, most welcome. All of you also do that 2-minute plank. It's great for your core.
And please tag Mandira and Manage Wealth with Divya Tusnial. Thank you so much. It's been an incredible journey with our remarkable Mandira Bedi, who seamlessly blends into the world of fitness, acting, anchoring, and most important, motherhood. So, Mandira, we'll just want you to sign this here.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, wow.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
So, we relate this post so much with you, the power woman.
Okay.
They want you to just sign. Okay, so the power line: stay happy for no reason.
For no reason. Don't need a reason to be happy.
Remember, no matter where you are in your own journey, find your inspiration. Until next time, take care and remember our motto: stay healthy and be wealthy. Thanks for joining Manage Well today. If you found the insights valuable, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Listen to the full episode on Spotify. Looking forward to continuing the conversation with you. Until next time, stay healthy, be wealthy.